Hey, what's going on, everybody? How's everyone doing out there? Thanks so much for coming out. My name's Scott Ewell. I'm a full-time live musician and a content creator, and I'm here today to talk about Helix Stadium, and in particular, the Helix Stadium Showcase feature. So, I think most people know that Helix and Line 6 and Helix Stadium, HX Stomp, all that's known as a amp modeler and a direct rig or multi-effect processor, whatever you want to call it. With Showcase, which is a part of Helix Stadium, it's a way to turn your Helix Stadium into a playback rig as well. So it can also manage your backing tracks and your click track and stuff like that, which is pretty cool for an amp modeler. In addition to that, though, because everything's running in this one unit, it can actually send patch changes to your Helix Stadium, and it can change your patches while you're performing, right? So yeah, when it gets to the distortion, to the rhythm, or to the first, what's up, man? Good to see you, man. When it gets to the first chorus, it'll load your rhythm distortion patch, right? And then when it gets to your guitar solo, it'll load a boost with like a little bit of delay. And then when it gets to 16 minutes of your 20-minute prog epic, it'll load your clean amp with a little bit of reverb, during the show. You don't have to worry about touching it. You can focus on the best part of playing live, and that's performing live and putting on a good show. You can be wherever you want on the stage, and all the patch changes happen for you. And that's all done on the Helix Stadium, which is pretty sick. So that's how I'm going to demo this first with this first song. However, it also, because I'm not done with the intro yet, it can also send messages out to control external gear as well. So this can be your main playback hub. So if your bass player uses an HX Stomp or something like that, you can send MIDI messages to sync up all of their equipment as well. The way that I'm going to be demoing this is I'm just going to do a little light show. At the last song, I'm going to be sending MIDI messages from Helix Stadium to control my lighting. So ton of stuff that Helix Stadium can do in a particular showcase. That's mostly what I'm featuring in this. And for the next 25 minutes, I'm going to show you as much of it as I can. So thank you guys for coming out. Yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate it. So do we have the... Okay, perfect. You guys can see my screen. So first thing you might ask is how do you manage all of that? Well, you have multiple different outputs on Helix Stadium, which is what's great about it. They have the matrix mode, so you can actually load what you want to go out. The 1/4-inch outputs, I'm going to try to keep my hand out of the way, the XLR outputs and the headphone outputs, and you can mix them separately. So for this demo, what I've done is at the 1/4-inch output, I am just running my guitar output. So all my guitar sounds, if I turned it on, all of that is going out, just the 1/4-inch output. XLR is going to get all of the backing tracks. So you guys are going to hear the backing tracks, minus the click track, of course, because the audience doesn't want to hear the click track. And then for the headphone out, I'm personally using this just with in-ear monitors tonight, and I'm going to be using this to run my own in-ears. So I'm going to hear a little bit of a click, bump my guitar and stuff like that. And mix it in the way that I want. But you could use this in another way. You could run the click track to your drummer, for example, or to an in-ear monitor rig, or however you want to use it. So enough talking. Let me show you how this thing works. So for this first song, you can see that I have 5 different stems that I've loaded in for this song. I have click track, bass, drums, keys, and vocals. For this demo, this is actually a song from my old band. I found an old hard drive that had our studio stems, so it worked out perfectly for this. But the click track is just running to me. You guys aren't going to hear that, but you're going to hear the rest of the music with this one. With every song that you get with Helix Stadium in Showcase, you get 8 stereo tracks that you can input. So you could divide this up in whatever way you want, backing vocals, click, synth, orchestra, whatever, electric kazoo, whatever you want to put in your backing track. Yeah, it's the best. You got to do that live, though. But you can put up to 8 different stereo wave tracks into your backing track. I just did 5 for this one. So yeah, and I chose this song in particular because this has quite a bit of patch changes. I think there's 10 different tones that I need, or 10 different patch changes and 8 different tones that I need throughout the course of a 4-minute song. So for this first sound, it sounds like this. It's a little bit loud because I play the intro like this with a picking thing. So it's got this kind of, keyboard type of sound with it. So I needed to have that boost. And then after that, it goes into a rhythm distortion. After that, it goes into a guitar solo, which has probably way too much reverb, but it's the sound that I wanted. After that, it goes into verse 2, which has this kind of slapback sound. The guitar's not super prominent in this part. Back to the rhythm distortion again. Goes to like a breakdown part that has this tremolo and overdrive. goes into this ambient part with a reverb that's completely unnecessary, but we're all guitar players, so we know that we have to overplay on everything, right? That's how we do things. But it has this nice swell. I love the particle verb. I've always loved that tone. Back to the distortion again, and for the outro, I do kind of this counter melody thing with some octaves that I wanted to have just like a little bit of delay on that one. And then to the outro is very similar to the intro, but I'm not doing that harmonic picking thing, so I needed a slightly different tone. So you have about 10 different tone changes for this song. What you're gonna see is when I push play on this one, you're gonna hear all the backing tracks, and Helix Stadium is going to manage all of those patch changes for me. So I can be on it wherever I want on the stage, and it's going to manage all of that for me. So let me go ahead and push play, and I'll show you how this works, and you'll be able to see all of the patch changes and obviously hear them as well. Thank you guys so much. Man, it's been like over a decade since I played that song live, so pretty wild to play that again. But yeah, a lot of patch changes, and again, I can be wherever I want on the stage, and we were a pretty high energy band when we were together, and just be wherever I want, and all the patch changes could happen for me, so especially helpful for a song like that. Cool, so for the next song, I'm going to, wrong track. And remember, you can do all of this with your feet. I'm just showing you guys how to do this since I have this on this stand right here. With this one, I wanted to show you 3 other things that Helix Stadium can do in particular. So we've gone over all the patch changes and managing your backing tracks. Something else that you can do with Helix Stadium is you can process multiple instruments at once. It's not just for a guitar, right? You can process up to 4 different instruments on Helix Stadium per patch or like throughout the entire show. Of course, that depends on how many blocks and how many effects and stuff you need in it. But for this one, I'm going to do just a little bit of keyboards. It's not going to be mind-blowing. I'm, D+ singer, and I'm like a C- keyboard player. But at the end of this song, I'm going to play a little bit of keys just to show you can process 2 different things. Something else that Helix Stadium is capable of doing, it's able to have its own click track. So when you import your stems and stuff like that, and you set up your songs, you can set the tempo that you want. So you can turn it on or off. You can have it on or off. Or you can also automate it just like you do the patch changes in here, right? Again, this is something I'm going to let you guys hear the click for. You wouldn't normally do that live, but for a demo like this at NAMM, I think it makes sense. And because you can do that, one of the things that's really cool about Helix Stadium is that you can automate the looper as well. Or you're going to be. This is going to be a firmware update that's coming out soon. But you can send MIDI messages, you can send messages to say, hey, start recording my looper at bar 5, go into overdub mode at bar 9, and then turn it off at bar 23 or something like that, which is really cool. They can do all that. And again, loopers available in Helix Stadium. Next firmware update, you're going to be able to do this with Showcase. So. For this song, this is one of my originals. It's by my original music called Spiral Cell, and that's what I do with Spiral Cell is I have a backing track going, and I automate the loop points. So I start recording, and I have it set at a certain time. Since it's not available yet with the firmware, I cheated a little bit for this demo, and I put the loops in the backing track. So I'm still going to play the first riff of every loop, but then the backing track's going to take over to show you what it's eventually going to be like. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay, good. I'm seeing nods, so that's good to hear. So yeah, this one's going to process all of those. You're going to hear the click turn on when I need it, and then turn off when I don't need it. And you'll be able to see what's going to be able to come with looping. Also, I don't have my drum pad with me, so just imagine that I'm playing some killer drum beats in this opening part. So here, the click's about to turn on. I can play a sick drum beat.
Your present speed is 60.3 miles per hour. Your destination is 6
and now the click's off because I have my drum loop going, right? And now I can just perform the rest of the song.
1 minute and 17 seconds.
Now I'm going to play the fake bass part.
Your present speed is 50.1 miles per hour. Your destination is 49.8 miles away. You will arrive in 59 minutes and 38 seconds. Traffic ahead. Alternative route advised. present speed is 42.3 miles per hour. Your destination is 43.8 miles away. You will arrive in 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 7 seconds. Your present speed is 34 miles per hour. Your destination is 30.7 miles away. You will arrive in 59 minutes and 25 seconds. Fuel remaining. 0.6 gallons. Refueling recommended.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. So yeah, that's an original from my music called Spiral Cell. It's kind of like a concept album with characters and dialogue like Pink Floyd The Wall or Operation Mindcrime. So if you check it out on Spotify, you will be my 7th monthly listener. So I would appreciate it. I'm going to hit 10 by the end of NAMM. I'm going to do it. So hopefully you guys can see in the new feed all the things we went over, plus processing multiple instruments, automating click track, and in a soon firmware update, it's going to be able to automate the looping as well. So I have one more example for you for this last one. Remember how I said you can also send MIDI messages to control external gear as well from Helix Stadium? For this one, I'm going to control my lighting here. I'm going to send MIDI messages out to control my lighting. Now, you could also use this to control anything else that accepts MIDI. It could also send messages to change the channel on your amp if you also use an amp instead of just going all direct like I'm doing for this demo. Lots of different ways you can do it. You can also send like keystrokes. So you can send Control T to a computer or something like that. A lot of different variety that you can do here. With this one, what I'm going to do, there's a device that I'm using. It's called the MVP. It's a pretty cool device. It's by a company called Forecast. I don't know if those guys ended up showing up or not. You guys, all right, sweet, awesome. Good to see you, man. I'm glad you made it. So yeah, this is a really cool device, the Multimedia Visual Performer by Forecast. And what it does is you upload, it's on the floor up here. I'll show you guys afterwards if you want to see it. It's like the size of my hand. And you upload video clips to it, and you record full DMX lighting scenes to it. And then what you do is you send MIDI messages to trigger your lights and trigger your video. And then what's cool about that, if you think about that, why these two work so well together, is that Helix Stadium is doing all my amp processing, multi-effect processing, and stuff like that, and doing my playback, and doing MIDI messages, and sending click track. And then this device is doing my lighting and my video. All of that in a tiny package with no laptop. So pretty cool, that's all in one. So I think those pair really well together, and that's why I wanted to do this last song with this demo. So it's going to be sending MIDI messages to control my lighting and doing all of my patch changes as well, and sending me the click track. So this is the last one. If there's a way to dim the lights, that'd be cool. So you can see, I have a tiny light. This is all I could travel with in my suitcase. If not, it's totally cool. Oh, sweet, perfect. So you'll see a couple of lights up here. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. This is also another Spiral Cell song, and it's the last demo, so hope you guys enjoy. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Once again, that's original by my music called Spiral Cell if you want to check it out. So hope you guys enjoyed the demo. Hope you understand the power of Line 6 and Helix Stadium and Showcase in particular. It's a really, really cool feature that's not available in any other amp modeler. It's really cool. So thank you all so much for coming out, and many thanks to Line 6 for having me. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you.